Hey guys, darkmaster491 here, and I've got a battle versus another gym leader from the PAX Pokémon League, MacDuff the Furtive Heritor. This is going to be a VGC style 4 versus 4 double battle. MacDuff is a dark type gym leader, so he's got a team of dark type Pokemon. Basically, I can use Weezing to shut down the abilities of the opposing Pokemon, and this is really useful since I can pretty much shut down Sableye and Incineroar. So I'm thinking of leading with Weezing and Regigigas. My Weezing's ability Neutralizing Gas will nullify my Regigigas ability Slow Start, so Regigigas can deal big damage with its base 160 attack while my Weezing is on the field. So my game plan is to deal as much damage as possible with Regigigas while Weezing is on the field, and keep up the pressure as much as possible. I can keep Cinderace and Regieleki in the back since Cinderace and Regieleki are good options to deal with the opposing Pokemon. Regieleki deals big damage to everything except Hydreigon, and Cinderace has High Jump Kick to deal with the Hydreigon, so I'm feeling pretty confident about this matchup. There's not much that can go wrong here, but I do need to make sure that Sharpedo doesn't get any speed boost since that could get annoying, and also I need to get rid of the Sableye as soon as possible since it could have Ally Switch or Quash, and both of those moves are very annoying. Other than that, Galarian Moltres is going to use Max Airstream to increase its speed, but I can have my Regigigas use Max Strike to maintain speed control, so the Galarian Moltres shouldn't be too much of a problem to deal with. Anyways, I'm ready to battle, so let's jump into the battle now. Alright, so my opponent is going to lead with Sableye and Sharpedo, and I'm going to lead with my Weezing and Regigigas. So my Weezing's Neutralizing Gas ability is going to shut down both of the opposing Pokemon's abilities, as well as my Regigigas abilities, so it benefits Regigigas, but the other Pokemon are not going to be able to really do too much. I mean, Sharpedo can still deal some damage to Weezing and Regigigas, but Sableye can't really take advantage of its Prankster ability. The only thing it can really do is try to go for the Fake Out or Ally Switch. It could also try to go for Will-O-Wisp, but Prankster's ability is shut down, so it'll be moving after my Weezing most likely. So I can pretty much stop it from potentially going for a Will-O-Wisp with a Taunt, since be able to get that Taunt in before Sableye gets to attack. So that's a good thing. So let's see what my opponent decides to do. I'm going to Dynamax my Regigigas right off the bat to just get off some solid damage. I don't want to go for a Giga Impact since that'll cause Regigigas to recharge for the next turn. So better off to Dynamax Regigigas. And yeah, I just think Regigigas is the best Dynamax option for my team overall. I just want to deal big damage and just knock out stuff. And that's what Regigigas does best when you pair it with the Weezing with Neutralizing Gas ability. So yeah, gonna drop down those speeds. So Weezing would have been able to move right after my Regigigas since I gave my Weezing enough speed to outspeed most faster Pokemon. Pretty much the idea is to Max Strike to lower the speed so that Weezing can get off an attack, Will-O-Wisp or Taunt, Sludge Bomb or whatever, and yeah, try to keep Weezing alive for as long as possible. So they're going to go for Flip Turn, which is a good play. Fake Out and Flip Turn is definitely a good play. So they definitely made a read on me there, expecting my Weezing to play a little more offensive. But now I think I'm going to have to protect my Weezing. I definitely want to get off the Hailstorm, so that when a Sharpedo comes back in, it'll get knocked out by the chip damage from the Hailstorm. And also, I'm thinking Sableye could go for an Ally Switch here, so I have to cover for that. I'm going to target the Sableye slot with the Max Hailstorm in case they go for an Ally Switch. I mean, they could also try to go for the Max Guard and Will-O-Wisp, so that's an option. Not really sure what's gonna happen this turn, so I'm actually gonna protect Weezing. I'm gonna play it safe, and hopefully the Max Hailstorm plus Life Orb will actually be enough to knock out the Sableye. I'm not really sure if it is. I think Sableye could probably survive that. I never actually did the calcs on that, so not sure. It's possible Sableye could survive the Max Hailstorm, even though it's boosted by Life Orb. Regigigas has a lot of attack power, but Sableye's, it could be built with max HP, max defense, so pretty sure Sableye would take the hit. but not sure exactly how much damage my Regigigas is going to do. And they're going to go for the max guard. I was expecting max guard or ally switch, so it's a good thing I attacked into the Sableye slot. The question is this enough to pick up the KO? I'm not really sure, but at least we get some big damage into the Sableye. Yeah, it's not enough to pick up the KO, unfortunately. But yeah, at least we got some big damage into the Sableye slot. So that's good. They're gonna go for the foul play, so maybe they were expecting taunt. Or maybe they don't have Will-O-Wisp. Not really sure. But in any case, it's a good turn for us overall. As next turn, I could go for a Max Strike or Max Hailstorm into the Galarian Moltres slot. Yeah, so I'm thinking... I'm not sure if Max Hailstorm is going to be enough to pick up the KO, so... also don't want to activate a potential weakness policy on the Galarian Moltres, so it's most likely better to just hit it with a Max Strike. In case for some reason it's a bulkier Galarian Moltres and it happens to survive Max Hailstorm. Yeah, so just better to go for the Max Strike, and that also allows my Weezing to attack right after, since Galarian Moltres is normally faster than Weezing, so with the speed drop it'll allow my Weezing to get in a Sludge Bomb before Galarian Moltres gets to attack. It might try to knock out my Weezing with Max Airstream or Max Darkness. So I don't really think it's worth it to go for a double protect either way, and they might even target my Regigigas, so definitely not worth it. Yep, and they do target the Regigigas, so definitely was not worth it to go for a double protect. So that's good. They have Sharpedo and one other Pokemon in the back, so let's see if they send in the Sharpedo. What are they going to send in right now? I could go for another flip turn. I mean, the Hailstorm is up, so if they don't go for a flip turn with the Sharpedo, and they are going to send in the Sharpedo, then Sharpedo is just going to faint from the Hailstorm. I could even just go for an Ice Punch into the Sharpedo slot. But I mean, either way, like if they leave it in, then yeah, the Hailstorm would just knock it out, and it is possible my Weezing could survive the flip turn. I mean, Weezing's got pretty good natural bulk. It's max HP, max speed if I recall correctly. So I'm gonna go for a safe protect in case they target the Weezing with a Sharpedo. And I'm just gonna finish off the Galarian Moltres with an Ice Punch. Yeah, there's not really much Sharpedo can do anyways, even if they like go for a max guard. I mean, they could try to knock out my Regigigas, but I still have my Regieleki in the back, so I'm not really worried about the Galarian Moltres. Yeah, so they're gonna go for a Destiny Bond. So yeah, I was able to keep Weezing alive, so I guess it was a good thing I didn't attack into that slot. I mean, if I didn't protect, the safer play probably could have been to just go for a Will-O-Wisp to cover for the potential Destiny Bond. And in comes their last Pokemon, which is Hydreigon. I don't want to miss Giga Impact, so I'm just going to go for Ice Punch. Super effective. Ice Punch actually does slightly less damage than Giga Impact, but still good damage. And they're just going to finish off Regigigas with a Dark Pulse, which is fine, and my Weezing is just going to finish off this Hydreigon, and that's going to be the game.